I am the Star Traveler. I have been in your midst as long as you have set up your count of time, and even longer. Through these long cycles of your history, I have been the silent watcher keeping the record and letting my mind penetrate into the depths of your hearts. Your secret covenants are known to me. Your pledges to dissolve the earth and enslave the mass humanity, robbing their life force in exchange for money. But now the end is here. I keep silent no longer. Since I first came to Earth, I have always existed in the fifth dimensional form, sending fourth and third dimensional emanations or incarnations whenever required. Now I have returned to the fifth dimension to complete the last stages of the plan. My symbol and my sign is the plumed serpent, vehicle of transcendence. From the starry heaven and the movement of vision, I came to Earth to enter the temple I would remember as Tolan. Wearing the headdress, representing the accomplishment of my symbol and my sign, I mastered the yoga of manifesting an earth form. The Book of the Cube is an oracular text and can be studied from different angles. As a self-oracle, the Book of the Cube is an initiation into your psychomythic archetypal story for the purpose of evolving your mind, retrieving star memory, and introducing you to a galactic knowledge base on the other side of historical consciousness. Through the theme of a self-oracle, the language of number, cube, and telepathy can be better understood. The intention of these programs is first to shed our illusions and condition thought responses through body-mind discipline, and then introduce these new numerical thought structures into the mind. Immersion in the process is the key to rapid transformation. The more you practice, the more accelerated is the process. It is recommended to begin a self-oracle journal to record your impressions, insights, and decodings as they come to you. You will also need your galactic signature and 13-moon birth date. These are your passwords into the Book of the Cube. You can retrieve this information by going to the Law of Time webpage or getting a 13-moon calendar. Here are some suggested ways to use this book. The first step to entering the self-oracle is natural mind meditation, a scientific ritual, entering the mind of cosmic enlightenment, so that we are consistently and continuously seeing past the transitory nature of our own thoughts and third-dimensional personality. Simple meditation cultivates clear seeing so that we enter more deeply into our fourth-dimensional body of destiny and beyond to the fifth-dimensional electrical rainbow body. You can create a self-initiation into this process by writing and reciting your own vows of commitment to this process, that you are going to evolve your mind for the sake of all beings. You may want to first start by familiarizing yourself with your galactic archetype based on your galactic signature. Go to the sections in chapters 8 and 9 and read about your archetype. Study the archetypes and their relations in the Hunapku 21 Tree of Life. Make notes in your journal. You may then return to the 260 archetypal houses in Appendix 3 to find which archetypal house you belong to. All of this can be recorded in your journal to weave together your archetypal story for the purpose of the star memory retrieval. If you have other volumes of the Cosmic History Chronicles, much information can be derived from these too. Next, you may want to start simply by finding the telepathic frequency index of your name at the end of Chapter 5. Also look up your tone in the Yoga of Number section in this same chapter. Next, go to the Appendix 2 and follow the instructions for finding the 441 telepathic frequency index of your birth date. Play with the numbers. Follow the instructions to find your base matrix unit. This is a key number that will gain you access into the advanced practice of the Holomind Perceiver, chapters 10 and 11. Note: the system of the cube is a system of telepathic communication from advanced intelligences. However, the quality and frequency experienced when working with this system is so vast that it is only by entering it yourself that you will discover what it actually is. Use your base matrix number to find which of the 3 bodies and 9 time dimensions you reside in, as laid out in Chapter 4. Study all your numbers in relation to each other. Those who are advanced in the system of the synchronic order may also add up the 5 kin numbers of the 5th Force Destiny Oracle to arrive at their BMU, which can also be plugged into this system. Finally, plug this number into the Holomind Perceiver and study all of the overlays. At the end of Chapter 11, there is a blank black and white Holomind Perceiver template for you to copy, color, and study. Study the 441 number index in Appendix 5. Make your own number index, adding insights as they come to you. Note that Chapters 6 and 7 open us to understanding that this entire knowledge base is all a part of the vast cosmic sky teachings. We can study the progression of different religions and belief systems as they evolve through the ages, until finally a new galactic knowledge base is introduced with the discovery of the law of time and finally the Cosmic History Chronicles. Chapter 1 reintroduces us to the cosmic origins of the Cosmic History Chronicles and reminds us of the nature of cosmic history as a between-the-worlds transmission that is deposited into different architectures on Earth. In Chapter 2, we are given a context for working with number and an increased understanding of number as frequency and the cosmology of the 1320 frequency. In Chapters 12 and 13, we gain understanding of the cyclical nature of the universe as it has unfolded since the beginning of creation, but with a focus on the beginning of the historical cycle. The knowledge contained herein is knowledge for the anticipated opening of the new cycle. Note: the programs contained in Cosmic History are meant to be studied and contemplated in order to build the bridge from our personal awareness into cosmic awareness until finally we merge with the All. Before space, before time, before thought, before mind, there was number. Self-organizing self-perfection of the first universe, self-originating matrix of the cubic system, and from the intersections of the primal matrix arose sound, light, fire, consciousness, intellect, logic, awareness. Mind came to be, and then thought. And when thought organized itself, time and space came to be, and the unity of thought, time and space, was the holarchic template of the primal galactic design. Mind was now activated. Number acquired function and meaning, and the 11-dimension telepathic universal unification codes establish the 441 cube matrix. The cosmology of the cube is a key component of the synchronic order and the unfolding of cosmic history. The structure and architecture of the cube is compressed with vast amounts of knowledge. The cube is complete. Its sides and faces are all equal. It has a quality of imperturbability, of its mentality, simplicity, and power. You cannot penetrate or destroy it. The essence of the cube is found in its structure, with 3 planes projected into 2 sides, each creating its 6 faces, with the 7 in the center as the mirror. The cube also has 8 vertices or corners. 8 is the number of galactic harmony or integrity. Each point of the cube is a point of meditation. The cube is the primary structural form that is absolutely equalized from all points of space. Any face you put it on it will be the same and equal. In the process of creation, the cube represents the capacity for the creative process to equalize itself in all directions simultaneously. All aspects of creation are equal. In pre-cosmic history, the human is torn by different ideologies and sectarian differences, and has problems comprehending what a speck we are in the whole scheme of things. The essence of cosmic history is contained within the architecture of the cubic structure. This is the synthesizing vision and unification of You Are. The universe itself is a cubic structure with many different dimensions of spheres within spheres within spheres. The cubic structure comprises the lattices or strands of knowledge that we come to know through the concentration of our mind. The cube is the essence of cosmic creation. There are 2 primary types: primal cubic parton and heptagonon of mind. The primal cubic parton is a compacted primary electroplasmic structure from which all phenomena and consciousness can be generated. The binary triplet configuration becomes a projected form in time from the primal cubic parton. The 3 planes of the cube form a foundational structure of the cosmic history transmission. The cube is not only the equalization of life on Earth, but also in the entirety of the cosmos. Plane of mind, will, and spirit are qualities of the realm of intelligence that take manifest form and become the 3 inner planes of the cube. The plane of mind is the basis of everything. For mind to accomplish anything has to be moved. The plane of spirit moves the mind and extends it into telepathy and instinct. The latent consciousness that arises out of mind and moves itself. It is like the wind which you cannot see, but you feel its effects. Spirit is the essence that distinguishes different states of mind. Spirit is the quality of bringing mind through different stages of enlightenment. Mind responds to its own projections. All there is mind. Everything that exists is a projection of mind. Anything that happens to you is ultimately your own mind projection. However your mind interprets what is happening is how you will respond. There is actually nothing to respond to. We are the ones who assign meaning to what we experience. It seems in this mind that something keeps moving. If you look outside and see prayer flags blowing in the wind, are they moving? Or is it the wind that is moving? Or is it your mind that is moving? What keeps moving? The plane of will concentrates power within the mind and spirit. At the lower level, will is a function of ego. Personality was formed in a conditioned way, so it thinks reality is a certain way. The identification of self with that certain way creates the ego. One person is raised a certain way, and another person is brought up in another certain way, and each think their way is the ultimate reality. Most people do not know how to distinguish that their reality is just relative truth. We are planetary beings. Everything else is just conditioned, acquired beliefs that have no validity in reality. This is where cosmic history steps in as a new universal knowledge base with a planetary cosmic perspective that has nothing to do with any kind of ideological, nationalistic, religious, or spiritual distinctions of any kind. From the point of view of lower self, will is how ego gets its way. But it is never satisfied with what it gets, and it always wants more. We are granted free will, and are afforded the opportunity to align our little will with divine will. Mind corresponds to clarity because in its fundamental nature there is nothing but clarity. It allows openness of infinite dimensions to occur. Spirit corresponds to radiance, which implies luminosity, shining, radiating splendor. This is a natural quality. Will corresponds to unobstructedness. When will is focused, then the intention moves forward, where the will has directed itself to go. Who focuses and what is focusing? Some quality of energy moves when it is highly focused. This is the concentrated will, which is unobstructed. It is only obstructed if it gives up. Obstructions are self-created impediments of the mind. If it seems like something is stopping you, then step back and shift focus. Truth is unobstructed and cannot be stopped. Simple, unobstructed, enlightened state of mind is available all the time. If we stay in this state and have concentrated will, then anything can be accomplished. The spirit can always be radiant, and the mind can always be clear. The three planes of the cube represent the creative meditative process as it establishes the most fundamental structural components of existence. This also demonstrates that the first universe is all structures of mind, or the imaginal realm. Only later is the phenomenal universe born. These three planes describe the actual reflection of the mind of God, which is absolutely clear, radiant, and unobstructed. God is pure mind, spirit, and will. Only through the exertion of the will of God does the creation of the universe come into existence. Manifestation is the result of an interactive process of the three planes of the cube moving forward as a single unit. For example, if you want to make a painting, you first get a vision in your mind, then spirit moves and inspires you, and it is will that knows how to use the colors and put the paintbrush onto the canvas to manifest a painting. Art is the highest criteria for how these three fundamental planes of being function in a creative way on the physical plane. The degree that the work of art comes together and communicates is the degree that the three planes are in balance and are allowed to function without interference of an egoic mechanism. Great works of art move us so much because of the balanced interaction of the three planes of the cube. Mind receives data, spirit synthesizes and inspires, will takes action. The ground of our being and reality relies on these three planes. This is the fundamental basis of cube cosmology.